Hello, buddy. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today's video is what is your lineage and also the importance of it. So again, if you're watching this video, please go to roberthollis.com/free. You can get a copy of my best-selling book plus hundreds and hundreds of videos. So we'll get started here just in a little bit. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, for going out there and sending this message to all the people out there. Mr. Shoemaker, great to have you on here. Craig, Carol, nice to see you, Carol. Hello, John Tier, great to have you on here. And I'm also dedicating this video, I'll say that in a minute. Happy Friday, everybody. Can't wait for tomorrow's Ask Me Anything. Yes, we are. Hi, Terry. Hi, my lovely wife. Appreciate you so much. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Patty. Danielle. Thank you again for being on here. I really appreciate it. Hope I'm not missing anybody here. Ola, Ron Henley. There we go. I'm ready. So here we go. Hello, my name is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. And today is, what's your lineage? What is your lineage? And I want to dedicate this video to Ron Henley. And I think that you guys will get really, really important how important this is. Now, the definition, I wouldn't know what the word lineage is. So, it's basically, the group of people that you're learning from, and that group of people, and that group of people. And Ron Henley did a column, and Ron, I don't know if you can share that. But this is actually a link that he sent to me that was so humbling, so incredibly humbling. And I'll share that with you. But what a lot of people do is they get involved in something. And I just, this is going to sound harsh, but I don't care if it's harsh. But it's amazing to me in this day and age of the internet of how many posers there are. How many pretenders there are, right? That the word documentation beats conversation is not even in their vocabulary. And the reason why is in this world, everyone can have an opinion. Everyone can have an opinion, and everyone can tell a story or make up a story. And if you guys watch my videos, there's a thing that I talk about is whisper down the lane. Right? Is someone tells someone and then the story changes and goes to somebody else, and then the story changes and goes to somebody else. And I did a video, and Craig, you're so awesome at this, but I did a video recently called 1 Degree. And I know that things for me happen for me. I did a video on that as well. And so, I want to share this with you because it's very, very important. And I'm going to start off by telling you a story of my sons. Right? So I wanted to get my sons into martial arts. And I did a lot of researching and all around our local area here in Laurel, Montana. We're probably, 20 to 30 minutes outside of Billings, Montana. And I checked out a lot of places. And some of you are going to miss the point of this story. Okay? So I became a black belt in Taekwondo, and that's what I wanted them to learn. So then I could actually be around them and really, really help them do what they're doing. So after doing a lot of due diligence, we found one person, and he called it, we even helped him with his marketing, Matthew and I, and he called it Fusion Martial Arts. Fusion Martial Arts. And when I went in there, I was watching some of the stuff he was teaching, and I was going like, yeah, this is the stuff that I remember. This is the stuff that I've practiced, right? And then all of a sudden it comes down, and I know that all of you will know this if you don't use it consistently, anything, a language, whatever you learned, you sort of get rusty. You sort of don't get as good, right? And all of a sudden, there's a thing called katas. Katas are basically a sequence, and you got to do them in a certain way. I'm not going to get off track again, but probably will. But, so you got to do a sequence of strikes, kicks, movements in this kata. And for each belt that you get, from white belt to white belt with a yellow stripe, and then a yellow belt, or maybe a double yellow stripe, and then a yellow belt, and then a yellow on up, orange stripe. You go up ranks based on your knowledge and your ability to practice and get that done, right? And so what ends up happening is there's a new form or kata that you usually have to learn for every belt. So Matthew and Kyle, by the way, they're black belts, and I got to the end of the story quicker. But bottom line, what happened is we all of a sudden, they started getting big enough where we then took them to tournaments, to go against other people that were good at martial arts. And so my sons, both Matthew and Kyle, I cannot be prouder of them. They just practice. They're just, even though they're 18 months apart, they're like twins, and they practice and practice and practice. So we went to this tournament that was happening, and now it's time to see you do the form, you do the kata. So Matthew knocked it out. Totally just knocked it out. And then the judges came up to me. Listen to me very close. He said, first of all, I want to compliment you. He said, your son was fantastic. He was right on the money. Very good. Very impressed. In fact, me and the other judges were super impressed. But I can't give him the award. We can't give him the medal. We can't give him acknowledgement. And I was going, why? He didn't do the kata the way a Taekwondo Cookie One does the form. It's a different form. We noticed every move in it, but it's not done in the certain way that they do it. It's done differently. Can you imagine for a second how upset I was as a father to put my sons in with an instructor that showed him his own form, his own brand? See, he called it fusion martial arts. And so he took a little bit from this and a little bit from this and a little bit from this and a little bit from this, and he mixed them all together, and he came up with his own forms that are not recognized by anybody. Some of you right now have no clue why you're getting no results. Zero clue. And that's okay. That's called ignorance. Ignorance means that you don't know that you don't know. Yeah, Aaron, it was really ugly. So, now that I know that I made a mistake, did you guys hear me? I made it. Robert Hollis made the mistakes. My sons didn't make the mistakes. My wife didn't make the mistakes. I made a mistake. Here's why I made a mistake. I did not find out where Terrell Bracken, I'll tell his name. I did not find out that Terrell Bracken's lineage. I didn't find out who he learned from and who he learned from and who he learned from. I didn't reach out and try to find a master in Cookie One Taekwondo. My fault. Did you guys hear me? My fault. But I'm able to correct. So when I corrected, now I found, get this, I went to the black belts that were underneath Terrell Bracken, And I said, listen, you guys are doing this wrong. You got to get doing this right. And they all agreed. And they actually started their own studio, and I enrolled my kids. I found out where the closest master was, and it was in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So I went and found the lineage and found the person that was documented, that was a master in Taekwondo, and asked him, listen, who can my kids learn from? And when they started learning from him, they already knew the moves. Listen closely. They've already practiced on the moves, but that master showed them how to do it in the right way, the certain way, the sequence, not being 1 degree off. Are you guys hearing me? And then the next time they went to a tournament, gold medal, gold medal, gold medal. My son started getting medals, trophies, everything, because I made a mistake, became aware of it, found the master, and then worked from that information on down. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because I did exactly the same thing in network marketing. It's mind-boggling to me that people don't want to know what the information is. They flat out written, no, I don't want to know. Why? Because you already learned from a bunch of people and you put those together and you're not getting results? See, you can make a decision right now not to do that. So don't you guys think it's pretty interesting that the Queen died? 96 years old, 70 years on a throne of a family that's got tradition and legacy for over 1,000 years. 1,000 years. And now we have a new king. Well, not we, but a majority of the world believes they got a new king. King Charles III. He stepped out of a position that his son, Prince William, steps into next to the heir of the throne, and he immediately gets a title that gives him 130,000 acres worth over $1 billion. If you watch Game of Thrones or the Dragons or anything, you hear about these people that have this hierarchy of blue bloods or people that just seem to know a little more, and success leaves clues. So I say all this to sort of get on a tangent a little bit, that I was extremely humble. I don't remember being humbled this much in a long, long time. And Ron Henley, very dear friend of mine, one of the top 5 friends I have, student of the industry, historian of the industry. And he takes me in a video. And I've met this guy one time. Only one time. His name is Larry Thompson. So I hope this video gives him a shout out. Homage. I learned a new word. Homage means the praise and recognition or the acknowledgement that someone was before you, that you learned the stuff from, that me and my results are based on me standing on shoulders of people that became before me. And Larry Thompson and his wife, Taylor, they were basically doing a video. And can you imagine listening to a video of someone of that caliber? And what's his lineage? Earl Schoaf taught 2 people, Jim Rohn, Larry Thompson, and is it Mary Ash? A lady that created Mary Kay? We're talking about people that got people to build companies and organizations that did billions and billions of volume. Are you guys hearing me? Billions of volume. And so Larry Thompson learns from him. Unfortunately, Errol Schultz died. And the next step, you got to listen to this video because I'm paraphrasing. So the next step is, I know that Jim Rohn and Larry Thompson end up going with Mark Hughes over to Herbalife. So you got Errol Schultz, then you got, help me, Ron, and then you got, was it Bill Bailey and Mary Ash and Jim Rohn and Larry Thompson, just to name a few. Watch the video. Ron, please post your article if you can find it, that inspired Larry and his wife to do this. So then underneath there is another tier. And Jeff Roberti, how many times have you guys ever heard me talk about Jeff Roberti? He is the current day person that I follow, that I admire, that inspires me. Do you know that I never ever got a chance to talk to Jeff Roberti face to face until I did a speaking event with Ray Higdon? And while I'm doing a video, while I'm on stage doing how to do an effective presentation, guess who was in the front row? The front row while I'm doing a training, Jeff Roberti. And he's taking notes and he's nodding. They'll call him the $110 million man. Why does he inspire me? He says as little as possible to as many people as he can, as quick as he can. He knows how to pique interest. And he talks to interested people. And he has over 1 million active people in his business. 1 million active people. So people go, why would you look at Jeff Roberti? Because Jeff Roberti has been with the same company for over 35 years. Makes millions of dollars a year doing the core basic principles that he learned from Larry Thompson. And the other person that was sidelined in Herbalife, Best Buy, was a guy named Bill Gould, my mentor. So when I got involved in NSA, National Safety Associates, knowing now as Juice Plus, Jeff Roberti had sponsored Bill Gould. That's my lineage. And every time I seen Bill Gould for the first couple of years that I worked with him, he would say, Larry and Larry, Larry and Larry, Larry and Larry, Larry and Larry, Larry and Larry. And Ron is going to have to educate me on this, but he was talking about Larry Huff and Larry Thompson. Larry Huff and Larry Thompson. And I worked with this guy, became one of his top 5 producers, and we ended up on the cover of Inc. magazine as being the #1 fastest growing company in the world. A company called Equinox. So when NSA was sold and went to Juice Plus, my mentor used that as a springboard to start his own company called Equinox. And I got an award. I got an award for being one of the top 5 producers in the first convention. My son Matthew had just been born. It was in 1992. So, who's your lineage? I'm telling you of a huge mistake that I made with my sons that I was able to correct. To finish that story, Sherry Bowen then started going to Rapid City to learn from this master. And now she could say that I'm learning from this master. Do you guys get this? And then I asked that master to come to Billings, Montana to test my sons. So when my sons became black belts in Taekwondo from the country of Korea, they got a Kukkiwon certificate from the original foundation that came up with the art of Taekwondo. So there's a lot of people out there, that, I'm black belts. It actually is a thing out there right now. What they talk about it, where it's called McDojos. McDojos, like McDonald's. Because you can come in and get a black belt, but you're not accredited anywhere. You always will see words used in martial arts that people go, what art are you? Jiu-jitsu. Under the lineage of Hoist Gracie. Hoist Gracie is that small guy that went into MMA when it starts, mixed martial arts, and it didn't make a difference if people were 2 or 3 times his size. He would choke them out in the ring. That Hoist Gracie, that guy that founded Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that's a whole different Jiu-Jitsu than the rest of the world teaches. And I know people that have won world championships in mixed martial arts. You're a world champion. A world champion. And they're still a brown belt. And Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. You're so good that you're a world champion, but you still haven't got there. Hey, Tom, great to see you on here. It's like, I'm just blowing away. So, Ron Henley, thank you so much for inspiring me to do this video, because, 1 degree off, which has got me inspired to do this. And all of a sudden I started thinking, wow, the majority of the people that are struggling in home-based businesses, whether it's affiliate marketing, network marketing, gifting programs, it doesn't make a difference what it is. Larry Thompson, when he mentioned my name along with Taylor, just made my heart just go, oh my God. Oh my God. This guy, he doesn't know me. Him and his wife don't know me. But the respect that I have, the homage that I have, because I know my mentor when he launched Equinox International. That's where I met Larry Huff and Larry Thompson, because Bill Gould had been talking about them virtually every time he talked. So let me finish this up, because you guys are really going to be blown away. I was sharing this with Ron and my son, Matthew, today. And so, I said, wow, in this video, he talks about this training thing that he's putting together, the LT Academy. I said, did he ever do that, Ron? And he goes, yeah, he did. And so what I did is I went over to the page. Ron was nice enough to send it to me. And then all of a sudden, I went to his capture page. Some of you are going to be blown away. His peak of interest was 1 minute and 11 seconds. 1 minute and 11 seconds. He never talked about the company. He never talked about the product, compensation plan, none of that. He goes, do you know the world's really unique right now? And people are capitalizing on this thing called the gig economy. There's people now that more than money, they want freedom. They want flexibility. They want to have fun. And guess what? If you're not making the income and you don't have the freedom and flexibility and the fun that you want, we can show you how. And if you're interested, put your name, email, and phone number below, and we'll share with you how to capitalize on the gig economy. And I was just sharing with Ron, it's like, I get people in this company, and I go, hey, do you get it? And they go, yeah. And they go out on social media and they say, hey, check out my product I want to sell to you. But like Jim Rohn said, There's only 3% of the people that are financially successful in this world, and it's because of for a huge, huge reason. People are not coachable, they're rebellious, they don't want to listen, and they want to recreate the wheel. They just, and then they'll go out and learn from trainer after trainer after trainer, book after book after book after book, and they never ask, who is your lineage? Who is your lineage? Who taught you? But see, you don't have to ask them that. If you said, hey, listen, would you do me a huge favor? Can we jump on Zoom and you can show me your back office? Just show me your last 3 months checks. Show me the people in your organization that are making a full-time income. See, no one will say that. And by doing that, you're getting whispered down the lane. You're getting changed information. You get people that change it and 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 change it to make it their own. And now you go out and share it the best of your ability, and you're getting no results. So you no longer can say anymore that you don't know how to find the information. You guys watched me do a whole training, and you can go to roberthollis.com/free. And you guys watched me do a whole training on me telling you the other person that I admire. And that's a guy named Don Fela. Why would I promote Don Fela over promoting Larry Thompson? I've never went through any of Larry Thompson's trainings. After all these years, I thought that Ron would flip a wig when he hears that. But I do know that Don Fela had over 1 million active people in his organization. And do you realize that what he did first, what I talk about in my book, is he sorts people to find out if they're interested. This business is so freaking fun when you just talk to people that are interested. Hey, do you know anybody that needs to make an extra few $100s a month right now? Well, what is this? Why are you interested? Oh my God, I actually say it. Well, it depends on what it is. Well, let me send you a short video. And if you follow the directions of that video, you'll create a free account. And you'll get all the knowledge that you need to help me refer people that need this. There's a lot of people that need to supplement their income. So Larry was taught by Earl Schoaf along with Jim Rohn, and we all say this: if you'd like to make money, if you guys would like to make a little bit of money, all you got to do, listen closely, is sell product. Jim Rohn said, I learned first skill was milking cows. Did make me a lot of money. Then I learned to sell product. Selling product will make you money. Learning to build an organization will make you a fortune. I see an author says, Don says he has 600 people a day joining his team. I at my high point, author, I had 500 people a day that was coming in my organization. And I'm almost to here. We had 11,000 people that came in last month. So, what do you take? 11,000 and divide that by 30. Yeah. So right now we're only at 366, but I've only been in the company for 4.5 years. So 30 minutes in, I love and appreciate you. Thank you for watching this. Please ask yourself, what's your lineage? Where are you getting this information in? And, I know that people come up with their own stuff. That's okay. Just don't expect it to get you to the level of success that you would like. If you're looking for fun, flexibility, freedom, real true freedom, then you got to learn a different way to do this business. So I've now helped over 65 people have that. 9 of those 65 actually started their own marketing company, network marketing company. and one of them did way over $1 billion in sales. So yeah, I pride myself on knowing the core information that has made me millions in every company I've been involved. So start questioning where you're getting your info. I love and appreciate you. Please share this video because you get the right knowledge to doing the right things. You'll get the right results every time. God's not a discerner of persons. Love and appreciate you. If no one's giving you permission to succeed, let me be the first. I love you and appreciate you. Thank you so much. Share this video to the world. Bye for now.